What's going on, everybody? It's happy Saturday, happy weekend. For us fantasy football players, this is the last week of the fantasy football week until we jump into the playoffs. So we definitely got a lot to talk about. I got Bruce Wayne in the building, and we're definitely going to get into some of the actual news and notes. Y'all stay tuned and welcome to that fantasy show. Welcome, everybody, to that fantasy show. I'm your host, the prime one, the commish, COZ, aka C. And in the building, I'm bringing into the stage the loudmouth himself, Mr. Bruce Wayne. Oh, JT England. What's going on, sir?
Same old stuff, different day.
Okay, so I'm trying to find a way to get you back on. Let's see.
I'm backstage. It says I'm in the show. Just wait on you. Oh, there we go. Oh, now you're going.
No. We can't have you hold the whole show up. All right, so as you know, it is playoffs. This is the last week of playoffs of our regular season until majority of the fantasy football playoffs.
Right.
So, in your leagues, how many of them are you in?
Well, technically I'm in two, but I can only pay attention to one. One I can actually pay attention to, I'm in first place. So I don't know where I'm at in the NFL league, in our other league.
What I'm going to do, so I got to put those actual stats back up as well, so that way everybody see how we're doing as a team and how everybody's doing within the league, and if they need help or want questions, and we'll get to that.
I got to do for NFL. You want me on ESPN? I can help you out all day.
Oh my god! And this is why we call him the loudmouth, aka Bruce Wayne.
I don't even know who's on my line in the NFL one.
So let's definitely get into the news and notes. First things first, I definitely want to get into the talk with Cleveland. So I think what they're doing, they're going to give Shador another shot. So they might as well say he's the actual QB for the rest of the season.
Okay. I mean, they only got like 4 games left, so
that's what I'm saying. You might as well just make him the actual QB for the rest of the season.
Why not put Gabriel back in there? I mean, you got more than the sample size of Gabriel, and he's back. And we got two games out of Shador, and he's back. So
I'm not gonna say Shador is bad.
Bad.
You really can't. Why would you say Shador is bad?
Well, no, I take it back.
And hold on, before you answer that question, you cannot say because he's playing for Cleveland.
Well, I mean, that's half the reason. But
again, can I say because he's playing for Cleveland?
No, because if he was with any other team, he'd probably still be on the bench fucking learning. He wouldn't be on the field getting his ass whooped looking back.
Look, I ain't really saying he getting whooped like that. He's kept a good game. It's not like they've been blown out and he's caused them to lose the games.
That's fine. He'll be in Arizona next year anyway.
So you got to go to Arizona.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. I got a feeling he might go to Oakland, either Oakland or New Orleans.
Probably more likely it's going to be New Orleans. Like New Orleans will take a corpse at this point.
Like now, fantasy wise, would you pick him up as a off the bench in case something happens to one of your quarterback?
If you're in a 2-quarterback league, maybe, but if it's a 1-quarterback league, no. No, you let him sit. Keep him there.
Okay. All right, next thing I'm showing is that
you had a better chance with getting Deshaun Watson the last week of the season.
Technically, he is on the practice. He is on the roster again. He is actually on the practice list.
Right.
He's practicing again.
He got 21 days to see if they're going to start him. And if Shador's crap, guess who you're going to see next week?
Mr. Massage Man. All right. Free massages for everybody.
Mr. Happy Ending. You got it.
I'm about to say, Mr. Massage Man. We get free massages from everybody. Yeah. Now, on another note, the Vikings actually waived Adam Thielen per his request. I know he felt he was a good when he was in Minnesota. He did his thing. A lot of things
He did his damn thing.
Say what?
When he was in Carolina, he did the damn thing.
He did. He did his part. Now with him being waived, who would you feel as though is going to take him?
Somebody that needs wide. Like most of the teams are set. The worst part is I could see Thielen going to Kansas City just to help him out.
I can see that would be respectable. Because you see Brady Cooks went to Buffalo.
Right. That or Seattle. Go out there, go on the other side of Jackson Smith.
But don't they still have Cooper Kupp?
No, Kupp's with the Rams. Oh no, he is with the Seahawks. Yeah, but they've been sparingly using him anyway.
Look, they're more like, don't worry about it. Our defense got it, and we got Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Right, we'll throw it up to him. He'd be all right.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, I can definitely see him going to. I can definitely see him going to I can see him going to the Steelers one because they're still looking for some type of a number 2. Yeah. I can see him going maybe to.
Well, but I
don't want to say Buffalo.
How do you think he would work with Rodgers though? Because he got guys that they never played against each other, but they were on rival teams.
They were in the same division,
right? Well, no, Green Bay, Minnesota.
Yeah, same division.
Right, but they're rivals. It's not that they're in the same division, but they are rivals.
I'm just because I'm thinking any other team that might be able to grab. Honestly, quiet is kept. Depending. Well, right now they're saying that Evans and Mike Evans and them are eligible to practice, but it wouldn't hurt to have an insurance policy with him.
That's a true statement. Down there in fucking Tampa Bay, yeah.
I can see nothing wrong with him being in Tampa Bay. I'm trying to, other than that, like I said, I've been thinking about a AFC because the NFC, maybe Denver.
Look, if he goes down to Tampa Bay, that'll be a temperature shift for him. Going from where it's cold as shit in Minnesota and 3 feet of snow already, all the way down into Florida. You damn right. He's like, yes, I will go there.
And he's more worried about it. Is it hurricane season?
Right.
So yeah, that's gonna be another interesting thing. So the next thing we got is the Bills and the Steelers. Bills pretty much spanked the Steelers. John Wick was nowhere to be found. It was like John who
got hurt wrist. That flick technique hurt himself.
Now, I guess a lot of people we've already heard the decision, especially from the information. But here's a question. I ask you the question: do you feel it was time for Tomlin to go?
For Tomlin, no. Tomlin's it's going to be one of those Bill Cowher things to where he's going to retire from the Steelers when he wants to. I'm sorry,
Now, I'm not going to lie.
The Steelers when you want to.
Your boy Big Ben kind of threw something out there that made me like, that's pretty interesting. to where it was like, hey, Penn State's looking for a coach.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, hey, it's one of those things. I'm not saying it's going to do something, but I mean, you got Tomlin in Penn State. How would you see that?
What is
and I'm not saying look, take away being a Buckeye fan. You already know y'all run it. We know you run the Big Ten. I'm just saying for excitement purposes.
I see that, but it's not something that an NFL coach wants to do. Like they're college coaches that move up to the NFL and come back, that's fine. But Tomlin has always been in the NFL. He's not going to take that essential. It's not, but he's taking that step down to deal with. Like, no, I couldn't see Tomlin doing that. He'd be like, hell no, I'm not dealing with that. He already got to deal with millionaire fucking athletes in the NFL. You're talking about having to deal with millionaire athletes and their fucking parents moving to college.
I don't know, because you got to think about it. You think about it. I think with most parents, well, yeah, I'm going to say with most parents, you got Mike Tomlin walk into your room. I don't care how good your kid is. You're going to be starstruck because you got Mike Tomlin in your room. And I guarantee he wearing 2 of the championship rings from the Steelers when he come to visit your son.
Yeah, but they're going to be fucking black and yellow, not fucking blue and white.
It don't matter, for the simple fact that I am seeing championship rings in my possession.
No, I couldn't see it happen.
Most parents will be, I understand that you're now in college and this ain't the pros, but to actually have that person in your presence,
right,
trying to get your son to come to Penn State, if he wanted to, if he decided to do the, but it's already been said they're keeping Tomlin, and on top of that, I think Penn State has already found the person that they're wanting. But just imagine if Mike Tomlin were to walk in as the head coach of Penn State.
I don't know. Belichick's doing a great job in North Carolina.
You know what? And I'm gonna speak by having Belichick and the Tar Heels. He did with the people he had. I'm gonna tell you, with the people he had, his first year, he did. I'm gonna speak on about him. That is his first year. I was not expecting a championship or a playoff appearance his first year coaching, unless they had some dynamic 5-star recruits, which we knew that wasn't taking place. Y'all took them all.
Yeah, that's what we did.
So that right there, look, I think we ended up with 4-6 his first year. This is his first year coaching. Defense, as the year went on, as the season went on, defense got better. We started playing better. So I'm not mad at that. I am hurt we lost to Duke. I thought we had that game. That's the only thing that hurt. But I'll tell you this, compared to how I've seen them play the last few years, the defense was starting to smack. So if you give me that defense, and on top of that you recruit some offensive players that can play the game, guess what? I will say probably by his third year, and we will put this on the bet.
Go ahead.
This is going to mean a lot to me, but I have it on video evidence. If Bill Belichick does not turn that team around by year 3, I will be a full-fledged Buckeye fan from now on.
Yeah, no, we don't need you cast offs. That's fine.
I'm dead serious. I will be Ohio State 110%.
That's fine. I'll give you $1.
I will put it this way: I will be a Buckeye fan.
That's fine. I'll give you $1.
And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. If Belichick does not turn that team around within his third year, because we've always stated that if a coach can't turn your team around in 3 years, then they don't need to be a coach.
Well, it's not just Belichick either. Like you have to have the backing of the school and the donors at this point in college football.
And you're right. And with Bill Belichick, you got Michael Jordan on your coattail. If that ain't a big alumni, if that ain't a big alumni right there to say, okay, yeah, Mike is actually on board. If Mike is coming to your games to do speeches, that's on board.
No, he's coming back to North Carolina to do speeches. He's not. He'll do them for whoever. It's his alma mater. He will come back and help.
It is his alma mater, but he's known strictly for basketball.
Yes.
So basically, yeah, I can see him going in Dean Smith in the Dean Dome doing speeches. I can see him going to the Dean Dome making so much money for basketball. I can see him doing that. But when you're now putting money in the football team, come on now.
Already waiting.
Lawrence Taylor, look, put this way. Lawrence Taylor hadn't even done that. He just shows up to the games. He didn't even try to put money into it. And he's probably the best person that came out of North Carolina football.
Lawrence Taylor ain't got no goddamn money left.
Say what?
Lawrence Taylor ain't got no goddamn money left.
He can still endorse, like, look, I support you. I support you guys.
Yeah,
my AA group supports you guys.
the university don't give a damn about giving them 2 thumbs up. Give us a check.
That is true. That is true. But come on now, LT can always find some way to get some money. Because if he's still making it to the games, he got money. At least he got money somewhere. And it don't got to be his money. He can always talk on his boy. Hey, look, I need you to support my school real quick.
Right.
He can always do that. He can always tell people to support. Hey, look, I need you to support my squad. But okay, enough of the Tomlin talk. Let's finish up with the actual thing. Okay, next question I do have about this game. Quiet as kept, the Ravens are lurking. The Ravens are right behind the Steelers. Now, I kind of wish I had Ron on the OG on, because like I said, he's a Steeler fan. And I'm curious to know, like I said, do you feel like, and I think I asked him this question before. Now it's like I think they play the Steelers this week. Do you feel as though the Steelers can still take the division, or is just the Ravens just start slowly stalking up and say, you know what, we're just going to take our time with it? Because remember, they played them twice.
The Steelers should be able to hold on to it. But again, yeah, they still got to play fucking Ravens twice still, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes. The Steelers can hold on to it, but it's going to be hard kept keeping King Henry and fucking Lamar out of that fucking end zone. So,
well, Lamar ain't really been paying. He's not been the action Jackson everybody's been enjoying to see. He's been kind of just been Jackson. He's been Tito.
Right. He's been Tito. You damn. I don't know.
He's been Tito. I'm just saying. So because he's not the actual exciting football player. I mean, he still does, but with the injuries and especially with this late in the season, we already know how these injuries kind of take place.
Ugh. Ain't no roll tide this year. It's more like a fart in a kiddie pool. Sorry.
Bama doing that bad?
Oh, it is horrible. It is 27-7 right now, dude. Like, it's like somebody took a deuce in a fucking kiddie pool, dude. Like somebody shitting in the urine.
It ain't roll tide. No, you're right. You said it ain't roll tides. I fart in the kiddie pool. So next game I want to bring up is we got the Pats and the Giants. Okay, we knew the Pats were going to take this game.
Yes.
They won 33-15. Now, we on top of that, Jackson Dart did play. Jackson Dart, he did his thing, and he got. I guess there was a play to where I probably said earlier in the quarter, he made a play and he got smacked. Granted, I appreciate his boys going out there, checking him in, like support his quarterback because that's their quarterback. Do you feel as though he needs to change his play style?
No, because RG3 changed his play style and he was gone within 3 years. No, just keep playing the way you play. You know how to do that. When you start trying to, and being at the level that he's at, like it's not little changes, it'd be drastic things. And that will completely screw him up. No, just keep playing the way you play.
You know who he reminds me of, though? And I told your daughter about this, too. Huh? And I told your daughter about I told Millie about this. No, he reminds me of Joe Kane from the program.
Yeah. Like I said, dude, when you get the Bash Brothers back together with fucking Dart and fucking Scataboo, they're going to be on point.
Yeah, the Blues Brothers.
When you get them back out there together, they'd be fine.
But to be honest, I definitely when I thought about him, like, because everybody's talking about he's a quarterback, I'm like, well, so kind of reminds me of Joe Kane from the program. He likes having that actual edge because that keeps him playing the way he wants to play.
Right.
And I do feel as though with the quarterback, you got to let them be who they are. Again, I understand that it's a business. I understand it's a franchise. You got to keep them safe and stuff like that, which is true. But you on the field, you got to let him be who he is, because if you don't, then you're not getting the true player that he is.
Right. You're not going to get all his talent and all his ability out of him.
Right. So yeah, I do state that. So it's one of those things. If you want to be that way, then within these years, give him weapons to throw to, so he doesn't have to do this all the time. He's going to do it regardless.
Right.
He's trying to win games just like you, just like anybody else. And if he has a way to stay in the game or win the game, he's going to do it.
Did Dart go back into concussion protocol again?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
But the way that they're saying is that, okay, we don't like you playing like this. You're playing too reckless. You're playing this. Well, that's how he plays as a quarterback. If he can't get respect for his teammates, then how is he going to play as a quarterback?
Well, right now he almost has to. He doesn't have that. He wasn't having to play like that early in the season when it was him and Scataboo back here. Right? Scataboo ain't there. He's got to get his ass into gear. He's back there running for his life. It's not exactly, he's like playing to his style as it is, but he has to run for his life back there. So he has to do the things that he is doing.
You're right. Right now, having the NFC East is NFC ER.
Right.
But on the other end, Patriots, with that win, I think they actually took possession of the top number one seed. So right now, I guess, entering this week, they're the number one seed. Drake May, the way he's playing, is he MVP?
MVP, is it second year or is he still rookie? Like,
no, this is second year.
It's the second year? Oh, okay. He right there. Like, he has played well better than people were expecting him to be as Patriots fucking quarterback this year. So,
well, here's the funny thing: both teams, their quarterbacks were drafted last year. Bo Nix was last year too. So was Drake May, and both of their teams are basically the number one team.
Bo
in the
Nix
NFC and in the AFC and NFC, which is kind of ironic. Now, the Eagles' offensive coordinator house gets aid after Bears loss.
Oh,
with the Eagles, I don't want to say I'm tired of talking about them, but it's always something new. You it's like with watching the Bears game, you got AJ Green finally going. AJ Green's going. You're not really doing nothing with Saquon. And on top of that, when Saquon's not really doing anything, Devontae Smith's not doing something. It's kind of like this coordinator doesn't know how to use his weapons.
Right.
So with the coordinator, I'm like, how do you? This is a dream come true. It's like, dude, you should be able to have plays out the ass with I got one for AJ, I got one for Devontae, I got one for Saquon, I got one for Jalen if he's on the rush, I got one for this player. You should be able to have a field day with the weapons you have to where somebody's not getting open.
They should essentially have like the water boy, the green notebook as their fucking playbook. With the weapons they got, they should have the water boy fucking playbook going.
They should have the green playbook. Then I'm not gonna lie. With these players, it's like, okay, playoff time's coming. And I'm speaking fantasy-wise. Playoff time is coming. And it's a shame to where when you look at Saquon Barkley, you're not even trying to use him as an RB1. I'm not going to lie. With Saquon, I have him as a flex.
Right.
Same thing with AJ Brown. You might use AJ Brown as a 2 or a flex, or it depends on who you ever got available. You might not put him in at all.
Right.
So it's kind of like with the Eagles, it's just first originally I said, okay, it's Super Bowl hangover.
In the beginning.
Yeah, I felt a Super Bowl hangover, and you might have had that championship swagger to where you feel as though, okay, we can hit the switch whenever we feel like it. We're not going on 10 yet, but we're going to go on 10, after Thanksgiving or something like that, to where you see them making their runs. No, they're not doing that.
Nope.
It's like, how is it now? You're struggling, and you got Dallas on your ass.
It's more of a thing of is the offensive coordinator not utilizing the pieces he has, but it is also probably the guys in the locker room doing a lot of finger pointing rather than fixing the problems. They're just like, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing, and it's just a lot of finger pointing rather than actually fixing problems. They're just pointing out problems.
Mm. But with this team, like I said, I think the biggest thing is that, like, even with the lineups now, for this week, like I said, this is the last week for the playoffs. Would you start any Eagles players?
I would honestly probably still start fucking AJ Brown, because I would get most of them in there just because you don't know when they're going to get their shine. So, like, they going to be there. Like, if they're going to be on the field, you might as well have them in, because you can get decent production out of them.
But at this time, it's kind of like you need to be guaranteed, okay, at least AJ going to at least give me at least 15 points. I'm not saying he's got to go bad shit crazy, but I am going to say, okay, I need at least 10 to 15 from you.
Right.
And I can't even count on that. Devontae, I'm at least counting between 15 to 10 with Devontae.
I mean, like, Devontae's going to, if you put Devontae in, like, you're going to get 10. You might get 15, probably 20 out of AJ. Saquon, probably closer to 10.
Saquon, I was about to say, he should be getting, if I'm not throwing that ball that deep, and you got somebody like Saquon Barkley, and Saquon, if you're watching, I understand that, you play football, and I'm sitting there talking about it, and yeah, if I get on this field, I probably can't do half the stuff you do. I understand that. So I'm not putting this on you. I'm putting this on the coordinator. The same dude that's basically sitting there drawing the plays up, because I want you to get your money. I want you to get your bonuses. I want you to get your incentive. I want that to happen for you. Really, I do. That's if he's watching, so he don't try to come to my house and beat the holy hell out of me. So
I'll pay to watch it. Shit.
I bet you would.
I got $5. I'll pay.
The bad thing is you probably use my popcorn machine while you're doing it. Hey, how does this thing work?
No, I'd use the hot dog roller.
So again, you be using my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Don't worry. The ice machine is look. Don't worry. The ice machine's on, so you got your ice to keep your drink cold.
That's what I'm talking about. Seeing I'd have him stop in the middle so I can take an intermission, go play some Street Fighter, maybe a little NBA Jam, and then come back. Guy, go ahead, get him again.
Oh my god,
man.
So now, again, like I said, this was the loss from the Bears. Now the Bears themselves have kind of like made this a drastic turn. They're number one. They're basically controlling the North.
Caleb Williams still sucks. Fuck that guy.
I'm not worried about Caleb Williams. I'm worried about. I'm more interested in the team. Well, yeah, I'm not going. I'm gonna be real. Caleb Williams as the quarterback. I mean, is it to where he's actually? Are you looking at him as an actual like all-star, a Pro Bowler, or?
No, I hate Caleb Williams. Fuck that guy. He sucks.
I bet you do. You just mad because you had to run the 40 because of him.
I mean, I jogged to 40. I wouldn't say I ran. I mean, it was shitty timers, so whatever.
Oh, fun times. Let's get it, but also let's get into the actual injuries. Gardner's day to day with his injury. With that injury, it didn't really start to hit. You feel as though I'm not gonna say his injury is what's causing it, but it's reality starting to hit the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, because originally when I'll probably say halfway through the season, they were the number one team. They've taken a few losses.
Yes. Now again, they've been running balls to the wall from jump. Like they have been full steam ahead, like a retard. Just put the fucking head forward and the body will follow. Right? Like they've been that way the entire season. Eventually, you got to slow down, and people have caught up with them. But
here's my thing, and you said and this is you've always. I have to give you credit on this. You said this perfectly. When they get tape on you, everything changes.
Yep.
Now,
I mean,
here's my thing. Here's my thing on that. You're right, because right now the go-to guy has always been Warren. Is now Warren. It's been Warren.
Yeah.
It's been Tyler Warren. But you still have Michael Pittman. You still got Alex Pierce, and you still got Josh Downs, and you're not using them.
But because they don't have that, the last couple of weeks, it's been because JTT hasn't ran the ball the way he was earlier in the season because he's getting worn down. They're workhorsing him so hard in the beginning of the season and was working. But as they're trying to do that at the end of the season, when he's already had his ass beat for 13, 14 weeks, he's going to slow down a little bit. It's making it easier on the teams knowing when. Because again, defense, you only got to know two things. Are they going to throw it? Or are they going to run it? That's it. If you know that the run is going to be slower and you have a chance to stop it, you're putting more effort into the pass game, which is slowing down the rest of their receivers. But again, if you're throwing to a tight end nonstop, you just check down Charlie the whole time.
True. But even then, it's like you still, I guess my thing is this, because from the stats, Michael Pittman, his stats has dropped. Josh Downs' stats has dropped completely to where he's not even, they're saying that he's not even relevant, and they're trying to say it's all between competition between wide receivers. I'm like, wait a minute. How is this between wide receivers with competition between wide receivers when you had the same receivers he had last year, and he was leading the team in targets? He's not even nowhere near the targets he was getting last year. Granted, you got more help. But my thing is that okay,
quarterback too.
aren't you supposed to? Right, a good when I with Indiana Jones.
Could he be? Could he just be falling too much in love with Warren and just like checking the other options? But he knows if he throws it to Warren, it's going to be caught.
No, I'm gonna say it here on public TV. I think he racist. I think because he's a Duke, because he went to Duke, he don't want to throw to no Tar Heel. Hence Josh Downs. Yeah, that's right. I said it. He is a Dookie, and he don't want to throw to no Tar Heel. He is.
Jesus, you have to call him racist. That's fucked up.
Because he don't like throwing the Tar Heels. That's why. I'm not even going color-wise. I'm going college. Because the person that's on your team threw, everybody say, live 15 miles away. Because that rival. And you don't want him look good.
You don't want him looking good. Even if it'll make you look good, you don't want him to look good.
You throw to everybody before you throw to a Tar Heel, huh, Jaded? Huh, Daniel?
I'm with him. I wouldn't throw to the Tar Heel. Those guys.
You just hating. That's right. You had a Tar Heel throwing to your Buckeyes. That's right. Sam Howard was throwing to Terry.
That's fine. That's how. Again, once they leave Ohio State, they're not Buckeyes anymore. I mean, they're always Buckeyes, but now they're in the NFL. I ain't gonna worry about all that.
Anyway. All right. So yeah, but the reason I do say that is because like I said, right now we get into the end of the season. It's like some of the actual wide receivers that should be making their mark aren't making their marks like they were. So it's just like, okay, who would you pick up somewhere like that? Now Gardner, like I said, is day to day, so that's kind of like their. I'm trying to think who they play this week, and would that actually, affect what's going down?
Who?
Say what?
Who's Indianapolis playing? They're playing fucking.
Somebody find out now.
I think. I don't remember.
What it look like? NFL, not NBA.
Now, see, if you're in the NBA and it's fucking Dookies not wanting to pass it to fucking Tar Heels, I completely understand. They're the two basketball schools. They're supposed to do that anyway. But, like, if Dookies and Tar Heels make it to the NFL, like, they should congratulate each other because, like, they did not come from football pedigrees and made it to the NFL. They doing something right if they did that.
They played the Jaguars.
Ooh. Colts might get a turnaround. Sunshine hadn't been the greatest this season. He has been very, very sporadic.
Mr. Paul Mitchell himself, Fabio.
Yeah,
you know what?
Ralph
because Fabio has not had anybody to throw to. Fabio has not had anybody to throw to. Now,
right.
I will say that by them picking up Myers from the Raiders.
Okay.
He's not a bad pickup. So if you are needing, I'll probably say a flex or maybe if you're in a deeper league and you need a wide receiver 3, I wouldn't mind picking up Myers. And I think Myers, I'll say this, it depends on Gardner's health. Okay. Because if Gardner's hurt, I got Myers. I got Myers getting some shots in. But with this matchup,
you think Jacksonville is going to cut Hunter from going both ways? Not so much this season because he's done for the rest of this season, right? Next
Again, I think they would. Again, they would have to have that talk, and it has to be which do you want the most?
right, yeah. We'll
And
we'll have packages for you.
huh?
They'll have packages for him, but I feel like
I can listen.
he'll end up staying on defense, and they'll have packages for him on offense.
It like I said, and that's what I mean. It's what do you want the most? Do you
Right,
want offense or do you want defense?
right.
Now,
Well, I
if you
mean, look
want
at
offense, then what we're going to do, we can do small packages for you that have you on the field, but you won't be that main person.
right. Hey, look
You
at
will be on
my
somebody's main.
9 touchdowns in his career coming from defense, coming over to the offense, playing, essentially coming off the line for playing a tight end. He got 9 catches in the NFL, and they were all touchdowns. I think that's right. I think it's not. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I think one, one, he definitely needs to make sure that he's healthy. 2, yeah, you're gonna hit the tape room hard because you got to figure out how these, the defenses and everything else. Along with if you're still trying to run the offense, you got to learn the offense too.
I think he's going to end up sticking with defense just as his main thing because he'll stay on the field longer that way. It's more of if he's on the field for defense, right there's not a whole lot of packages they can put him in on defense coming over from offense, right? Like because he's
like
a
I said,
corner.
with that, like I said, it depends on one. It depends on the coaching staff. I would definitely say that. 2, it depends on him. If that's something he's wanting to do, then they got to set the commitment, or the coaches have to look at, okay, where does he excel in the most?
Right.
Now, I would probably say, to be honestly, I will put him as a wide receiver. Granted, he knows because he knows how it is to be I call him a defensive back. I'm not gonna call him a cornerback or safety. I'm gonna call him a DB right now.
Right.
He knows how the DB works. And it's funny, I'm gonna put it this way. I'm digging into my bag of stuff. It was an episode off of All American.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm going over TV show. And Tay Diggs had to do, he was a wide receiver, but he made him play safety.
Okay.
And the reason they made him play safety is because I want you to see the field from the other end. So you can see everything, so you know what's going on. You know how it is on the other end of this, other end on the defense. So when you become in the offense, you know everything that's going to go down.
You're not wrong. Being able to play on both sides of the ball, being able to understand the way the other position works does get you some advantages on the other side. Knowing what they have to do to try to defend you, like knowing the rules that they have to follow and being able to push them to try to break those rules on the offensive, right? Because if you take a straight up wide receiver and you put him as a corner, right? I mean, fuck, they did it with Chris Gamble at Ohio State, fucking back in the day, right? And then he went to the NFL and I think he stayed on defense when he got into the NFL. I don't think he went over to offense. I think I could be wrong about that, but I do know that he was used in offensive packages. But it was because he was a wide receiver first, and he understood. All right, when he does this, it's going to lead to this. You ran those routes, right? He knows what's coming from the other side.
Right, he knows what it is on the other end of the ball.
Right.
Now next, the Steelers waived Darius Slay. He ended up being picked up by the Bills.
Okay.
And they moved Asante Samuel Jr. to the active roster. So now I got Joey Porter Jr. on one end, and I got Asante Samuel on the other end. And I just moved Jalen Ramsey to safety.
Damn. The Bills going for it. At least on defense.
No, that's not the Bills. That's
Right.
not the Bills. The
That's not the Bills?
Steelers.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the Steelers.
Jesus Christ. No, you ain't getting rid of fucking Tomlin. Ah. Sorry.
No, you straight.
Shit. Portnoy.
Like I said, and we've already had this conversation, especially with this. I definitely feel as though, because I probably feel their next games, they are dealing with a lot of wide receivers. A lot of wide receiver deep threats. So this actual move, I understand with Darius Slade, he's not as probably as I was used to be, but to bring in Asante Samuel Jr. and like I said, you got Asante Samuel on one end, you got Joey Porter Jr. on the other end, and then on top of that, you just moved Jalen Ramsey up to free safety.
Whoa.
So you had three. I'm about to say you had three probably good ball hawks and a decent hard hitter in Jalen Ramsey.
Right. You got a ball hawk.
That's gonna be interesting.
Well,
like I said, you got a ball hawk. Yeah, all three are ball hawks. I'll definitely agree to that. All three are ball hawks. But I'll probably say out of those three, Jalen likes to hit.
Oh, yes. Jalen wants to kill somebody.
So he gets that extra opportunity to actually do the hits. Now, also Mike Evans has already been put into the 21 practice window.
Jalen Ramsey likes to hit somebody, and he ain't allowed to. Like, again, remember back in the day, like you had Troy Polamalu out there as a fucking safety, and he would just launch into people and just send folks to the morgue.
That was back in the day when they allowed a lot of things to go through.
Right. Ramsey to do that.
That was before when you tackled the quarterback, you had to fluff his pillow, give him a nice blanket, and sing a lullaby to him before he got sacked.
Oh, yeah, Ramsey ain't allowed to hit him like that no more. God,
now also in injuries, Justin Herbert is actually saying he's going to play Monday night. So
he said he's going to.
I think he has surgery in the glove. He's still playing,
but the team is questionable. It came out today. The team has put him down as questionable for Monday night.
Yeah, they still have him as questionable, but he's still saying he's going to be playing.
He said he's going.
Also, on top of that, if you haven't gotten rid of him, Omari Hampton is supposed to be starting Monday night. So if you never dropped him as a running back, here's your chance. I'll probably say throw him as a flex for that Monday night game. So that way, if you need some points, you at least got somebody to at least. He's going to give you maybe 2 or 3 points,
right?
Maybe more. But like I said, if you're in that Monday night game, you still got somebody you can depend on to try to at least help you out on that run. Now, for the Disney fans out there, this game is also going to be done in Monsters, Inc.
What?
Yeah. So what they did this last year with The Simpsons.
I remember that.
Right. So this year it's Monsters, Inc.
Get the hell out of here.
So I just want to know who Mike Wazowski's going to be. Please let him be Saquon Barkley. Please let Mike Wazowski be Saquon Barkley. I just want to see if he can do the backwards hurdle. And I guarantee you, I'll be the first dude soon that I go, Mike Wazowski.
Oh God. Like why? Like, I understand. Like they had the ability to do it. Like Jurassic Park. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
But you know what? I do like it because whether or not it's fun for the kids.
Right. I mean, I understand. Like, I mean, it's the same thing with the Nickelodeon games with the slime and fucking SpongeBob and Patrick doing the commentary. Like, I completely understand that. That's fine. And again, even a casual fan, like you see that, like that could be.
If you're dating some girl and it's one of those things to where her kid is still up and they want to watch Disney, they be like, "Hey, you want to watch the Disney football game?" What you mean? Well, they got the Disney game on Zinc.
Right.
There you go. The only thing they see is Mike Wazowski and what's John Goodman's character?
There's no player props on that. Like you can't bet on Mike Wazowski getting a touchdown.
But to see it happen, I want to see Michael Lane say, I want to see Mike Wazowski do the backwards hurdle. I'm praying, I hope, like, please let the Eagles be Mike Wazowski. Please let the Eagles be Mike Wazowski. And please let Saquon Barkley be. I want it so bad just to see how it just. I want it so bad just to see it, just to see little smaller eyeballs just come out of nowhere. Oh,
could be entertaining.
It could
is that
be.
on
other news?
Is it on regular Disney or is it Disney Plus? What is that on?
I want to say it's on. It's on Disney Plus.
That.
But I think they're playing it on ESP. I know it's like because what they usually do, they'll put one on ABC and one on ESPN.
Right, like they do with Monday Night Football.
So you have the regular game. Yeah, you have the regular game, but then they'll also on another channel they'll have the actual game through Pixar.
Got it. I'm there.
You can watch one game regular, or you can watch the whole game. You can watch the other game through Pixar.
All right.
Now, another news, the last part of news, Jalen is actually starting tomorrow for the Commanders.
Ooh.
So this
Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, Jaden Daniels, JD5, J5, as Blake Man will call him, J5. So he's actually scheduled to start. This will be the first time that we've been fully loaded. I'm serious. As the Commanders, the only person missing is Luke McCaffrey and Austin Eckler. I'll say that. But
Daniel was like, he might be starting, but he still ain't 100%. Did you see that elbow? Again, it was his non-throwing arm. I understand that. Again, like I bowl right-handed. My left arm is killing me by the end of the night. Like he hurt himself bad, dude. Like that's going to affect the way he does things during the game.
I get it. But I'll probably say the way that they're talking is that he's pretty sad. Like he's at a good percentage, like 80%. This will be the first time that we've been locked and loaded. It's where we actually have the first time since we've been locked and loaded, because this will be the first time we actually have Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, and Jaden Daniels all at the same time.
Now, again, that being said that he's only at 80%, I'd still take him with a busted elbow. I don't care. Put his ass out there in a sling. It's still better than having Mariota out there.
I'm going to speak for Mariota. I am.
Don't, because he sucks.
Yes. No. Mariota has played the best he can as a backup quarterback. He has not lost. I'm going to rephrase that. Yeah, I'm going to say it. He has not technically lost a game for us. He has not basically made it into every game that we've played, we had a chance to win. Even the Dolphins game, we had a chance to win. Like I said, I won't put all that on Mariota, because on top of that, we can talk about with the Dolphins, we can talk about the kicker that missed most of the field goal. I think he missed 2 field goals at an extra point.
Right.
We can talk about the late part of the game when we had a 3-point lead with with 3 minutes left in the game, and the punt returner muffed the punt and gave it to them right then and there. So that was that game. Now I'll probably say, what's the other game after that? the Broncos game. He didn't lose that game for us.
Yeah, win that game.
But if you're not losing it, I respect you more. It's like, okay, you're still giving us a chance to win. We're not saying you're the franchise. We're not saying you're the franchise quarterback, but you're keeping our head afloat. So with Mariota, I'm not saying that he's the end all say all, but I'm not going to sit there and put the game and say, well, since Mariota's still no. Mariota has not lost the games for us, and that's the one thing I understand. Winning is winning, losing is losing, whether it's by a foot or by a mile. I get it.
There you go. Injured about you show up here in high school, light goes green, I'm on it. Right. Family.
And like I said, it's one of those things to where you really, like I said, I'm not going to put it on Mariota to say, okay, he cost us the game because he never did. The team cost them the game. And right. I'll say that as a Commanders fan. The team cost you the game because it wasn't just that one interception that he did at the end of overtime that lost the game. Because technically, if Jaden Lane caught the punt, we would have won the game, right? Yeah, no, you muffled the punt in order to let the Browns get it into, in order to the Dolphins to get it into overtime. So yeah, been on him. Then on top of that, Mr. Gay, because you how are you a kicker and you can't kick chip shots? 40 and under supposed to be a chip shot, y'all.
Yeah.
So why are you missing chip shot field goals?
It was the wind. Somebody opened the door.
Huh?
Somebody opened the door. It was the wind. The laces were in.
Laces were in. There's supposed to be laces out.
The gun is
die, Caden, die. Dude, I'm mad you said it because that was on last week. That was on yesterday.
Do what I can.
I actually watched it. It's been a while since I actually watched Ace Ventura. Oh my God. So we've been talking about it, but let's get into the actual Sunday night games. First Sunday night game we have not the first one. Sunday night's game we got is between the Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Stroud back
Kansas City. Who?
Stroud.
They said he's supposed to start.
Damn. All right.
Right one.
Yes.
So we got Kansas City. Like I said, the key players. We got CJ Stroud. We got Willie Marks, and we got Nico Collins. Excuse me. Sorry for the actual graphic work. I thought I did everything right, so sorry about that. Like I said, the key players, for the Chiefs, you got Mahomes, Kelsey, Rashid Rice, Kareem Hunt. Key factors. Mahomes, I keep saying this every time he plays. Mahomes got to bring that magic. Two, they got to use that Kelsey. They got to use the Mahomes Kelsey bundle to get some of the wide receivers open. Because the more you throw to Travis Kelsey, the more they cramp that middle, and the more the wide receivers get open.
Not wrong.
Now for the Texans, I would say CJ.
The Chiefs have no running game. Like, it is running back by committee, and they're still fucking bad.
True, to a certain extent. What I will say is this: when it comes to the running back by committee, we already know Kareem Hunt is going to be their go-to. Kareem Hunt is the basic go-to person for them. That's their running back. They did bring back Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but that's never been the Chiefs' biggest thing. They've never been big on a running game. It's always been the throw.
It has.
The running game gets you. They'll do the running game little by little, but you're not really looking at an actual dominant running game when it comes to the Chiefs, unless Mahomes is really scrambling.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I will say this with the Texans, CJ and Nico, they got to collect early and deep. You got to make that backfield work. So that's just one of the things. Like if you're starting Nico, if you're starting CJ Stroud or have Nico Collins, like I said, hopefully they decide to actually throw the ball deep, get the actual Chiefs' attention to where one Nico is, he's not catching the deep ball, because once you do that, then that's definitely going to get the Chiefs' attention. They're going to make some adjustments off of it. But because of that deep ball, you already probably got most of your points, because after that, anything from the Collins is going to be short, and he's going to move the ball up the field. Willie Morris has been pretty much making this point as the feature, as the new back. So I'll probably say those three other people are the main ones. We've already talked about Thursday night's game. Not Thursday night. We've already talked about Monday night's game, but I do want to get into last Thursday night's game. Dallas and Dallas and Detroit.
Fucking loving me some Jared Goff. That boy. Fucking Gibbs ran his ass off.
And that's the next question we got. Because with Gibbs, here's my question. Is Gibbs the new number one for next year?
Like overall?
Yeah.
Ooh. Now, honestly, like I will probably give Jackson Smith-Njigba number one over everybody else going into next year.
So you got JSN over Gibbs.
Yes.
So you got JSN number one, Gibbs number two.
Like getting a running back, and again, it falls on line play and how the passing game for the team is going. But it is, and I love me some Jared Goff. He's awesome, but he reminds me a lot of fucking Phillip Rivers because he is wildly inconsistent. He's been playing good, but he will have those off weeks that can turn into months.
He had that off game.
Right.
Okay. Now the Cowboys, now here's the thing. They went through the gauntlet. They went they beat Philly, they beat Kansas City, they lost to Detroit.
Yeah.
Now, are they still, and I say this with all respect, and I have nothing to drink to woe my woos for saying this.
Better put your motherfucking head down. Go ahead.
I say this, are the Cowboys still considered playoff worthy?
I think the Cowboys will make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to do much in the playoffs, but the Cowboys will probably make the playoffs.
So, doing this fantasy run, because right now, like I said, while they're shooting for the playoffs, we're in the playoffs.
Right.
Do you feel as though some of the Cowboy players are go-tos for this actual playoff run? Do you feel as though do you feel George Pickens is somebody worth having for that playoff run? Javonte Williams, Dak Prescott. Like I said, you got 5 players that are key to the Cowboys. Do you feel as though they'll be key players towards any playoff run in fantasy football?
Yes, because the Cowboys are going to be working hard to try to make the playoffs, so they're definitely worth a start. Ferguson, Lamb, Pickens, not so much the running backs. You might get some decent points out of them, Dinkin and Duncan, to get first downs, but I don't see you getting a lot of touchdowns out of the running backs. But definitely Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and fucking Ferguson, their tight end. Definitely those 3. Dak, iffy, just because, like, if he throws 1, you might get 2 interceptions out of him. Like, you might end up having like a a 3 touchdown game, but if he has 2 interceptions, that's not really going to help.
Right. I'm trying to pull up the list.
Excuse me.
Now, I meant to put this up. I do apologize. I got to get back on my ground with these actual graphics. So I picked this up from NFL.com. They did provide us with the actual toughest fantasy schedules. Here's the players that have the toughest fantasy schedules, and this is week 14 to 17, which is basically the average championship, the average playoff run.
Right.
So we got Patrick Mahomes, Caleb Williams, RJ Harvey, Brees Hall, Nico Collins, Drake London, Dallas Goedert, and Arondi Godson.
You got the hardest, next 3 games.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So basically, you say that the teams that have the hardest schedule, you got the Chiefs, Bears, Broncos, Jets, Texans, Falcons, Eagles, Chargers.
Cool. Yeah, that's a gauntlet to run through.
No, that's the tough. Those are the teams with the toughest schedules. Now, the teams with the easiest schedules, they're saying would be the Colts, Cowboys, Eagles, Bengals, Vikings, Bucks, and Ravens. Now, here's the players that they have they said you should be actually look to having for this. QB Jaden Daniels, QB Dak Prescott, Saquon Barkley and Chase Brown as running backs. Justin Jefferson, we're going to talk about that. Emeka Egbuka, Tyler Warren, and Mark Andrews. Now, I will probably say the only person that I will probably agree on that this will work for is Tyler Warren and Mark Andrews.
Right.
Justin Jefferson, who's quarterback? I understand everybody kept talking about, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, he's getting the ball. Not anymore.
Yes, it does. It matters definitely who's throwing him.
Like I said, not anymore. When he had Carson Wentz, he was getting the ball thrown to him.
Right.
JJ McCarthy, it was a toss up.
No, he's crap. That you get.
I wasn't talking about how he played. I wasn't talking about how he played. I'm talking about how Justin was getting the ball. We understand he can. We understand he can read maps. We understand he can read pictures. We understand he can know what the play is. But at least he was able to throw the ball to him.
But again, if everybody on the team knows where everybody on the other side is going to be, it makes it a lot easier. When you don't know those things, it's a little harder, isn't it, JJ? You suck.
Well, that's for the quarterback. He's still Jefferson said, "Hey, look, I'm still running my routes. I'm still getting open. You can't throw it to me."
He can't.
Now, is Justin Jefferson out next year? Is he saying trade me?
Yes. As soon as he's on the flight to Cabo, he's telling him, "Hey, I better be on a different team when I get back."
I've been to Cabo. It ain't no unexpected. Granted, you got the nice little water view. You get off the boat, you get the water and stuff like that. Now, Cabo ain't what it. No, Cozumel. I need Cozumel. I need as soon as you walk off the boat, you got a bar on one end, you got a bar on another end with a stripper pole. Yes. That's what I need when I go on vacation. Boat Cabo, Cozumel's where it's at. As soon as you walk off the boat, hey, my friend, you want to do a drink? And for every whistle we blow, you got to take a shot. Then they started look. Then it's like Terry. What's from White Chicks? Jesus. When he was doing the robot with the whistle. Yeah, that's how they turned into it every time you taking a shot.
Jesus. No, I'm good.
Bump Cabo, Cozumel for me. I ain't gonna lie. Cabo was pretty cool with the camels and no.
Camel Toes got it.
I mean, the camels were cool, but they was some big ones. give me an ATV and some road. That's my happiness. But anyway, but yeah, like I said, so we already discussed the case schedule and the danger zone sketch. Man, he plays with the danger zone. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. I forgot to get back on the grind with the to show you the perfect lineup and the imperfect lineup. And the way our favorites. Yeah, I'm slipping. Shame on me. But I do have a question. Yeah. So my question for you is okay. We gonna go with who you got. My question for you is okay. What games are you looking at that you think would actually be a big make or break in the playoff race for fantasy football? What games?
What games we got coming up?
Okay.
Yeah, get back on it. Need a schedule up.
So
I don't know.
I'll give you mine. I'm gonna give you mine before you give you yours. So I'll do that. So one game I'm definitely looking at is the Washington Minnesota game. I think that has a chance to have a lot of points. You got Justin Jefferson on one end. You got Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel on the other end.
I think it'll be a bigger point game for the Washington players than it is going to be for the Minnesota players.
So would you actually pick up Washington's defense?
Now
I'm not going to lie. Since DQ is actually taking over calling the plays, they've been a bit more aggressive. I don't know. You can say what it is about the teams they played, but that defense is different. They're more aggressive. They're more attacking the ball, whoever gets it. It ain't one person getting the ball trying to tackle it, and then they're trying to chase after them. It's like wherever that ball is, it's like a gang of ants going after the food.
Right. I'd give them a shot. And again, like you are too far into the season for like maybe watch somebody. Like if you need a defense and they're available, yes, pick them up because they are playing Minnesota. Like they should have a chance for decent points this week. So,
and then the other game I got is the Browns and Titans.
Why?
Now, why? Because hold on.
That
I had
guy.
his name and then
it was Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Got it.
Myles Garrett has been on a tear.
Yes. Yeah, because he's going after the sack record, like the individual sack record.
He's going after a tear, and he's going against a team that they have no wide receiver, no running back, no real offensive weapons.
Right.
And all you got is Cam Ward. Right now, Calvin Ridley's not playing. You already waived Tyler Lockett. We picked up Traylon Burks, so who's your go-to weapon?
Right. It sounds like a good defensive play, but man, like I just don't trust the Browns. But again, for 44 years, I've never trusted the Browns. So,
no love?
None whatsoever. The Browns and the Bengals have been bad my entire life. The Bengals tried, but they had a couple of years, like, and they're
trying. Super Bowl 2 years. It was the Super Bowl, what, 3-4 years ago?
They did, yes. Yeah, they tried, but getting Kosar took, or no. They fucking went back in the day and they still suck. But no, they've always been a disappointment. That's why I only root for the Buckeyes.
All right, so here's the 1 o'clock games. Okay. We already talked about Commanders and Vikings.
Got it.
Dolphins and Jets.
Dolphins and Jets.
Steelers and Ravens. Yeah.
Steelers and Ravens. That'd probably be a good watch.
Now with the Dolphins, this might be another offensive game because you're looking at I don't know if they're going to start Justin Fields again, but you got to give Tyrod Taylor his props. He's been keeping it on top of that. They've won games
with Tyrod. Yeah, he's a good backup.
They've won games, so it's not like they haven't. I'm not saying they're in the playoff chase, but it's like okay, they're not in the doghouse. But this might be an interesting game on both ends. I would say a lot of people are looking at grabbing AD.
Oh God.
But my money is actually on like I said, I will looking at wide receiver John Mechie. He had a bad game to where he missed some balls. Yeah. He was 4 of 8. But I think next I think this week he's gonna go back to catches. I think he just wasn't aware of him now getting that volume, but he's actually stepped up from that. Like I said, you still got Breece Hall still playing. I would definitely say for the Dolphins, look at Darren Waller. Darren Waller is actually going to be healthy. He's playing again. He's going to give you some quick touch. He's going to give you some quick points. I wouldn't not looking at that. Like I said, this might be something to where you can get a good 20 or 10, 15, 20 points out of somebody from that position, from either one of these positions. They said we got Ravens and Steelers, Saints and Bucks. We got to talk about the Colts and Jags.
Right, get you some Baker and some Mbuka going from there.
Then we got to talk about the Titans and Browns. I tell you what, with the Titans and Browns, I would knock Jared Jeudy nice having a nice game out of this.
Okay.
I think this might be one of Shadour's. I think this might be one of Shadour's better games, and I think Jared Jeudy's going to actually be able to actually get a touch out of that.
But he's playing against crap fucking crap opponent. Like you can have a good game against crap opponent, that's fine. But if you play against one of the mid-level higher tier teams, you're probably not going to have that same game.
You're right, and I worry about that when they play. Look. You are absolutely right, and you know what? I'll worry about that when I got to play when they on that schedule for next week. Because other than that, I need my fantasy points. So if you give me the points for that team, go ahead and give me them points.
Right? No, you're not wrong.
I'm like, go ahead and give me the points. I ain't worried about how you gonna look and whether you're gonna look good or bad or playing a good team. If you playing good against a bad team, go ahead and get them points for me. That makes me cruise to the next round.
Thank
you.
Give
me my way.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I just thought of Alabama score. Holy monkey.
Like I said, fart in the kiddie pool, dude. Ain't no tide there.
Roll jacuzzi.
Fuck no, jacuzzi got more waves than that. God.
All right, next week we got Seattle and the Falcons. You know what? On this one, if you got the Seattle defense, I was seriously started.
Oh, I'd go straight up Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith all day.
I don't know what it is about that defense that's been going on with the Seahawks, but they have been on it. I don't know what it is. They've been putting kids to the. They've been sending people to the what do they call it, the wood shack, something like that. They've been sending them to the back room. Yeah, take them to the woodshed. I'm like, man, they doing something. So and they playing Atlanta. Atlanta's already beat up. You got Captain Kirk now starting.
Oh,
we don't know Drake Leonard's gonna be starting this week. And my thing is to where You have Kyle Pitts, but you don't use him as a weapon. And then we always wonder what's going on with Kyle Pitts. What's going on with Kyle Pitts? It's like y'all don't use them, and then when you do use them, y'all use them for like some crazy dumb stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, if he leaves next season, that's on y'all,
right?
Because I guarantee if he goes somewhere else, he's gonna flourish. And yeah, he was supposed to flourish with the squad y'all had. And I just don't know why. I don't know why y'all didn't see that.
Well, anyway, I don't know if I'd put that on him or the coordinator. It's more on the quarterback, and Penix is still trying to get his feet wet. And
He's
he's
back
trying
to worry about getting his feet wet. Now he gotta get his ankles wet.
Right. But again, if you're back here just running for your fucking life, right? What happens with a lot of the rookie quarterbacks? They get thrown out there with bad offensive lines, and it's like, oh, you're young, you'll make it happen. No, like, stop doing that to these dudes.
I can't agree with that because for the simple fact that Bijan Robinson is on your team, and Bijan Robinson is actually balling. So,
but again, but a Bijan Robinson is like one of the only like key points that a team has to focus on. Then they can just load the box. They know that they can hit the quarterback or the fucking running back at that point. And again, Penix has been running for his life this entire season. He's been running for his life.
To a certain point. Now, to me, it's like if that's the case, then I blame the coordinator because the coordinator is supposed to get you right to it. Okay, you ain't got to run for your life because by the time you take 2 to 3 steps, this person should be open. And if they're not, then after them 3 seconds, you can make that decision to run for your life or throw that bitch away.
You're not wrong. Like there always is the thing of throwing it away, but like quarterbacks do not want to do that. Especially modern day quarterbacks, they do not want to.
You're right. Everybody wants to be the hero.
Right. Most quarterbacks.
Everybody wants to be mad. Now I get it.
Right. Most quarterbacks now take a 20-yard loss over throwing the ball out of bounds.
Right. Because everybody wants to play that backyard ball, and sometimes it's like, okay, hold up. I like that you got you in that mindset to where you want to keep the play alive and you want to do this, you got to do that. Sometimes you got to learn when to take the loss and when to throw it away.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I understand that.
Exactly. But with this team, with the Seattle team, like I said, and on top of that, we're not dealing with Penix. We're dealing with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has been through this for a minute. And even with Kirk Cousins, I'm looking at this like, dude, y'all want to say the prayer now? Y'all want to give the eulogy to Kirk Cousins now? Or do y'all actually want to wait till it's over?
Right. Again, like Kirk Cousins, not a bad quarterback. He hasn't been a bad quarterback, but again, he's not as mobile as he once was.
No. We like that, but we don't like it like that. Now the next game, okay. Now we got the Bengals and Bills.
Cool.
And you got to remember, Cody Burrows now is back in the lineup. The quarterback is back in.
Fucking Cincinnati back.
Yeah. Cody Burrows is back in the building.
All right.
So, do you feel as though this gives Cleveland a chance, or do you feel that Cleveland defense is still going to mess up somewhere? Now, I will say this. Yeah.
Okay.
I will say this. Keep an eye on Braylon Cooks.
Okay.
This might because Buffalo has always needed that primary receiver. Quiet as kept, he's been a primary receiver for almost every team he's played for. He's walked out of every team that he's played for before with 1,000 yards. Granted, he probably won't get there this year, but he probably could make that. He could average to if he played the full year. This might have been another 1,000-yard season.
Right.
So I wouldn't not seeing Braylon Cooks come out of nowhere and make a few catches to give a few points. So if y'all looking for a sleeper in the play, a nice little sleeper playoff position, I would definitely recommend grabbing Braylon Cooks. Granted, yes, I agree he's old, but with that, like I said, with that Buffalo team, you don't have a go-to person. I get it. Right. You got Khalil Shakir, you got Keon Coleman, but even with and then you got Dawson Knox. But even with those players, they have nobody deep. They don't have that speedster. And granted, he's probably in his 30s, but I guarantee he probably still can run up something flat.
Isn't Diggs in it on the Bills?
No.
Where does Stephon Diggs go?
New England.
He's in fucking New England?
Yes.
Season.
Just like you didn't know he was dating Cardi B, and then he got another kid with her. Okay, yeah, that's under
I don't care.
Yeah, I figure that wasn't on your I give it the playlist. Yeah,
there you go. Catch the ball, run, motherfucker. That's all I give a damn about.
Yeah, I don't think you would care about. When he dating Cardi, well, I figured while you watching ESPN, you saw her butt so many times because he was up it. They had video of it. It's like
I couldn't tell you the actual last time I turned on ESPN. I think Monday Night Football, and I legitimately turn it on right when the game comes on. ESPN turned into the Make-A-Wish fucking channel, and I'm not there for that.
That's gonna grant your wish.
I gotta fucking almost die first. I've only ever had one wish. I need $1 million, 2 white bitches, and a yacht. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, we know that's the first. That's the first and only. So before we do go, I got you. I got 2 questions to ask you. I didn't know who's your. I call this Hey Miss Parker. So who on your team? Who in the NFL roster are you telling somebody to take? They like, look, there's somebody you might want to grab for your playoff run.
I'd honestly grab fucking Montgomery from Detroit. The 1-2 punch there with fucking Gibbs, because Gibbs can't be on the field all the time. Montgomery's been putting in that work. And then right. Oh God, who's the other one? I want to say Marvin Harrison, but you can't. Like, the dude is so.
He's out. He's out with that heel injury, so he won't be playing this week.
Been all season with him. But like, if you got him and he's on your bench, hold on to him, because he's not. When he is on the field, he produces. You're getting 12 to 15 points out of him every week when he's on the field. But it's knowing whether he's going to actually be on the field or not. It's kind of been the same thing with CJ Stroud all season too. If CJ's on the field, he's going to get you about 15 to 20 points. But it's that thing of knowing whether he's actually going to be on the field or not.
All right. Now, the next one I got is, I call it Bye Felicia. So who, I'll put it this way, who on your roster, who out there, if they're starting, you're probably saying either find somebody else or bench him.
Anybody from the Raiders, put them back on the bench. If not, just get them off your team in general, because them just being on your bench might fuck with your starters anyway. So just get them off your team. Anybody from the Raiders, the Chargers have not looked the greatest this season either. Like, Herbert's had games, but like the rest of the team is very sporadic as to who gets points. It's very much feast or famine with the Chargers. So, but after that, like, run with pretty much anybody, because again, any given Sunday, right, the 6 inches in front of your face type shit. But
don't go between on me yet. All right. Well, for mine, my Miss Parker, I'm gonna go with and I said it before, I'm gonna go with John Michie. And the reason I'm saying him, I'm putting him as a flex, and I'm looking at him because the Jets don't have anybody to throw. I don't want to say don't. He's a decent wide receiver, but their top wide receivers, such as Garrett Wilson, IR, and they really don't have anybody else. Elijah Moore has been released. He's gone. He's not there. So if you're looking for, like I said, the 1-2 punch, like I said, everybody's been saying go to I think it's a Donnie Mitchell, and I wouldn't really look at him. He had one good game. I would look at John Mechie for the simple fact that he's been, I want to say, consistent. The first 3 games, he's actually been giving you a decent amount of catches and a touchdown. So he's been averaging about 15 points a game. I'll probably say the last game that he had, when I guess the actual points kind of messed up on him. So the pressure got to him, so he didn't get that many points, but he still got you at least 4 points for, I think, 8 yards. So that still got you a decent 4 or 5 points. Again, like I said, this week they are playing the Jets. They're playing the Dolphins. So he'll probably get another chance to redeem himself, especially with the defense that the Jets have. So either Donnie Mitchell's going to feast or Mitch is going to feast. This is one of those shootouts. So, like I say, for the playoff run, I'll definitely look at grabbing Mechie. Also, I will look at Darren Waller. If he's still available, he's healthy. I would definitely look at Darren Waller because as much as the Dolphins like to, they still care about what's it called this to his health. They still need that mid game. And Darren Waller can still, he can still be that. He still can be that wide receiver. I mean, not wide receiver. That tight end that can still give you that kind of that Travis Kelce body, and he can still give you those defense throws. And most of the time, when they like using him in the end zone. So when you're getting catch from him, you're getting catch from him for touchdowns. So that's an automatic 6 to 7 points.
Right. But again, tight ends have always been point vultures. Once you get into the red zone, like that's tight end area right there, right? The rest of the
once you get that 20 yards,
yeah, 20, 30 yards from the thing. The other 70, like tight ends are used to just move the chains down the field. Once they get down to about the 30-yard line, then it becomes, just get to the fucking goal line and post up. Like you're ready for a rebound.
Like it's all. Give me I'll take a 20-yard touchdown catch any day.
Any day.
That's 10 points right there from your tight end.
Right. Like I have gone plenty of years. I have gone with essentially a 2 tight end system to where it's I got my starter and then I got a tight end as my flex. Just because of that fact. Just because, once the team gets into the red zone, like it's an 85% chance that the tight end is going to get at least 1 look, probably 2 look in a 4-down scenario, getting from the 30 to the touchdown. You need to hurry up and wrap it up with the coin.
Look, I was about to tell you, I'm like, look, it looks like we got everything covered, and I'm sure you're about ready to watch this old State game. And I still got to switch over to first string.
It's already on.
Yeah, I kind of figured he's going to focus on that. So, yeah, we're pretty much going to end the show here. But, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our show for today. If you like what you see, definitely like subscribe us. What'd you say?
Ohio State won the coin toss, and they're about to win the championship, so we all right. Well, at least big team. We'll talk about the playoffs later.
I will let you get your first OHIO in. Go ahead.
I'll need to. Y'all already know. It's all day.
All ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our show. Again, if you like what you see, definitely hit the like, subscribe button. We try to get more content for you each week. Other than that, y'all enjoy y'all week. Peace out.
Paper beats rock.